If the rumours were true, and at this point they really were quite widely known, that Mountbatten's wife was having some sort of intimate friendship or relationship with the incoming Prime Minister of India, obviously it was a complete impossibility that she could also have been the wife of the Governor-General of Pakistan.
There's a story that Jinnah was actually brought a copy of a letter that Edwina sent to Nehru saying, "Come tonight, Dickie will be away." He must have realised what was going on, and this must, of course, have increased his suspicions.
Trust between Mountbatten and Jinnah hits a new low.
We have a report that Mountbatten made. He says here, Jinnah is suffering from megalomania in its worst form. I asked him, do you realise what this will cost you? It may well cost you the whole of your assets and the future of Pakistan.
In that moment, you can really see how personal and difficult this politics had become.
Sir Cyril Radcliffe, with his assistant Christopher Beaumont, completes the secretly drawn boundary between India and the new state of Pakistan.
Radcliffe and my father worked really hard for 6 weeks to try and achieve the best possible results in incredibly difficult circumstances. But the key was not to draw the line in a sense which left India and Pakistan with a sense of injustice. And I'm afraid this is what happened. My father really couldn't stand for lies to become truths within history. My evidence for this is my father's memoirs. He wrote down exactly what had happened. A few days before the transfer of power, Radcliffe had completed the line. Mountbatten staff asked where the line would be. I told him and sent a map showing where the line was to be drawn. Firozpur and Zira district had been allocated to Pakistan. Both had Muslim majority inhabitants.
But India has reasons to want to keep Firozpur within its borders. It contains a strategically important military arsenal.
Clearly, my father knew that something was amiss when Radcliffe was summoned to see Mountbatten, and my father was excluded. Radcliffe came back, and my father said he was agitated and no eye contact and clearly distressed.
I think it's highly likely that Nehru did intervene with Mountbatten to get the decision changed, and that Radcliffe went along with it.
And at the last moment, the line was changed so that two crucial sub-districts, Firozpur and Zira, were given to India. It was a dreadful example of gerrymandering. It was deceitful. It was hugely dangerous, which is why, in later life, Mountbatten denied any of this had ever happened. Radcliffe destroyed all his papers, never talked about it again. So I wonder if that was a sad admission of guilt.
Before the Boundary Commission award is announced, Radcliffe is in the plane, leaving for Britain.
Radcliffe, writing to his stepson, says there will be roughly 80 million people with a grievance who will begin looking for me. I do not want them to find me.